Hello, and everyone. Welcome to another episode of Daily Energy. I'm your host, Araya Eden. Today's energy ushers in the need for variety and change. It is a day when boundaries will be broken. It is a day where it is okay to experience something new and to do something nice for yourself. So, the day's energy in Orion is Berry Rufe Wreath de Nom. That means it is the third day of February. And so this is repeat energy. It feels like a blast from a past because some things that are going to happen today, they just happened 2 days ago. And you would think like what's going on? Like what this can't be a coincidence. And that's what today's energy is going to make you feel like, you know. And when I get into the predictions today, which comes at the end of this read, I will let you know what I mean by that. So it's a day to do something nice for yourself. However, we are encouraged to do it with caution, as today and tomorrow's energy will feel like a blast from the recent past. It will seem like deja vu. Many will feel bored today as they do not know what to do with this energy. This will lead to some feeling restless and manic. Thus, it will make the day feel like kind of why? You know, when people get restless and manic, like why? Like why are you doing that? You know, what is really going on? That's what the day energy is bringing in. To make the best of this day's energy, it's best that we use the boredom as an opportunity to relax, unwind, and to spend some time thinking about what we really want, and what we really need for our lives. It is a day to dive in and give undivided attention to our self needs. Once we know what self needs, then we begin to invent and describe what self needs. But you can't invent or describe what self needs if you don't know what self needs. And so that's why it's so important that we try to figure out, what do I need? What do I want? This energy encourages us to learn all that we can learn. It'll be a day of challenge for some. And it's going to be very detail oriented. So there's going to be a lot of focus on the details, and many people are not going to miss anything. It will be a day of challenge, but many will enjoy the challenge and will rise to it. Try not to be the one to make life more difficult for yourself or others. Today is not that day, okay? This energy is also one for business, but try not to overdo it in business. This is a day that you want to, I know you might want to like go the extra mile and do more, but this is really a day to where focus on, self-care while you're at work. So focus on what's going to make you better at your job, or make your job better for you, so to speak. That's what you want to focus on today. Focus on that aspect of self-care. Be reliable and original. It is a day when people will not take kindly to their personal freedoms being taken away. So, although it is a day of policing and politics, it must be one when the authorities are considerate of their constituents' needs. Today, we may witness fear of commitment in partnerships and family. They're likely to fear this commitment and try to run when they feel trapped. Okay. And this could also lead to unreliable, erratic behavior. As people, like when you back somebody in a corner, sometimes, the claws come out. And so this goes even for relationships. Sometimes it's not that they don't want to be with you is deeper than that. They fear commitment. So they fear commitment. And this is likely due to them being hurt in the past. And they have not been able to get over that. And so they have like some emotional blocks that they put up. So it's not personal. So try not to take it personal, because things won't always happen when you want them to. And today is one of those days to where it definitely won't always happen when you want it to, okay? For some, problems will arise as the unpredictable happens. That's why I said what I said. This is when plans may be delayed due to unexpected work or life calls. Machines may break down and performance may be delayed. Payment for work may not happen or be what you expected. Oh, Lord. Payment for work might not happen or be what you expected, and tempers will go flying. Moods, as they are unexpected happening, it's going to be like, yeah, they're already going to be in a bad mood. And so today is definitely not the day to talk about, commitment. Are you going to commit to me or anything like that? Because the unexpected is all over this energy, because we just had what happened the other day. We had planes crashing, and people are not going to be expecting this to happen again. Some of you walked in a job, got hired on the spot, and you weren't expecting that to happen. But now today you might not be expecting the same thing to happen again, to where now you get a call from a second job because you put in the work. Okay, I'll talk about that later. So the unexpected happening often causes stress, frustration, rage, and worry. It is a day to be prepared for anything that might go wrong today, such as having flash lights and candles handy in case of power outages. Due to the unpredictable energy, it is not a good day to invest. It's not a good day to invest. It's not a good day to put your money anywhere outside of you. Okay, if you're going to invest in yourself. Okay, so you can go invest in a good outfit for yourself. You can invest in a new hairdo or something like that. But as far as investments goes, I'm not a financial advisor, but the energy warns against it. It is a day to focus on self. So do some self-care rituals, journal, meditate, practice gratitude, set intentions, work on self projects. And so that's what it would be a good day to do. Work on some self projects here. All right. So as far as the predictions, I'm going to go back to some energy that we've already talked about. So we're going to see more about the Grammys, okay? And specifically, the Hive. I'm getting the Hive again. So we're going to see more talk about Mother Sister Beyonce. We're going to hear more talk about Hive allergic reactions. Something could cause the beehive to, sting. All right? Because, you're talking about Mother Sister. And, so yeah. And it's Mother Sister's energy today, to where it's also Mother Nature. So that means it's a day to where if it's a nice, pretty day outside, go ahead and do some gardening. It's okay to garden today, because gardening is also a part of self-care. Sometimes when you garden, you're actually taking care of yourself. I'm still getting peer collapses. This might not just be a peer collapsing at a beach, but I do still see the peer collapsing at the beach, because this is repeat energy. But we're going to hear in the news about collapses. Okay, this is people collapsing. This is government collapsing. This is different things collapsing. So in the news, you may hear something about buildings collapsing. But collapse is the energy here. Collapse, okay? So more things split and tear apart as I see torn apart, severed. Okay, this is two groups, two sides being torn apart. So we already see this with what's going on with the border, and we get these strikes. As I told you, it would happen, and it happened. Didn't it not happen? It happened. I told you. Okay, and you have not seen it all just yet. It's just getting started. And today, with this unpredictable energy happening, a lot more things will be torn apart. It's like, what is going on with the world? I told you what's going on with the world. Farrakhan told you what's going on with the world. There's a lot of different people that have told you what has been going on with the world. We are living in biblical times, even if you don't read the Bible, okay? We're still living in biblically prophesied times, and not just biblically prophesied times, scripturally prophesied times. You can find this information in the Quran. You can find this information in the Dead Sea Scrolls. You could find this information in the books that's not in the books, if you know what you're looking for. And that's the times that we're living in. You know, prophecy will be fulfilled, and it's the fulfilling of that time. And so, you know, we hear about earthquakes in diverse places, right? Well, that's what this split and tearing apart could be. Earthquakes, animal attacks. Remember the other day I told you there would be something that affects the animals? Well, whatever this is that's affecting the animals, this could cause the animals to go mad and start attacking people. But earthquakes, animal attacks, more frequent earthquakes, more frequent animal attacks, this type of thing. But the energy is tear apart, severed apart. So this could also be an increase in divorces as well, as or people breaking up as they don't understand that it's nothing personal. I'm just not ready for the type of commitment you're ready for right now. But when you show me you're not like the ones that left me, I will be more prone to commit to you because I see that you're committed to me. So excuse me right now, I'm not ready to say that I want to marry you at this time because I've had so much disappointment in my life that I need to see that you're not going to be one to disappoint me, that you're going to be the one. And I know you've been trying to show me this, but I can't see it right now. You see, that's what's going on in their head. They can't see it because they're blinded by the hurt and the pain of the past. Okay. Now, this doesn't go from all of them. Some of them are just narcissistic and Queen of Swords energy. Some of them just that way. They won't commit to you because they're selfish. But for some of them, they won't commit right now because they've been hurt so bad. You know, and it's like marriage meant a lot to them, you know. And some of them went through divorce. And they wanted their marriage. You see? But now they're not trusting right now. But it's not you. I want you to know that it's not you. You are not the problem, okay? Don't think that you're not doing something right. It's not that you're not doing something right. It's just that they have a lot of growing and processing to do within themselves. Okay? So I still get visits with foreign leaders, more about foreign leaders coming in, more foreign talk here. And this could be, you know, we're revving up to something. I told you about that before. Something still coming in about His or Her Majesty. We'll still see talk about that. Movement in or like the swamp causing quicksand-like results. This could be more mudslides or complicated or upset, unpleasant situation from which it is difficult to extract oneself. People get stuck in mud or get stuck in something. This could be with the riots or, you know, type of things that's kicking off. People get stuck. You know, I was watching the Diddy documentary, And I heard the story about the young girl that, when they closed the doors, it was so packed in the building that that people were getting stuck and suffocated and stomped on and all of this. And it actually took out, like, I want to say, like, it was 6 to 8 people that got really badly injured, but I'm not sure. But this is the type of energy that could happen, because stuck is the word today. Stuck. You might feel stuck. You might feel trapped. Because with computers likely being affected today, that could be one thing. You might be stuck. You can't do nothing. You might feel stuck. Lights going out. You might feel stuck. You see. So it's a good day to read a book. Okay, read a book. Hopefully you got a flashlight to read a book, but it's light outside, so you still should be okay. But read a book, okay? Or when you don't have some type of entertainment, you can't watch TV, read a book. You can't watch TV, focus on a plan for yourself. Do a mental, like, meditate. You can meditate in the dark, Um, so we're going to hear more about music, jazz, art. Um, we're also going to hear more about, Black history, obviously, as it is Black History Month. Okay. We also we'll see something about skip, bounce, leap. So this is someone getting ahead of something. You might be the one that's going to skip over the prospects. I'm going to claim that for you. You're going to skip over the process, but this is also people skipping the line. And have you seen them videos where people are online and they're fighting because people are skipping the line, cutting the line, that type of thing. But something could go rogue too, skip and bounce. Something could go rogue. I saw a video, and I think it was in like some kind of store parking lot. And those big water containers? One of those suckers just started skipping through the parking lot, and it missed many cars. But unfortunately for that, at least that one car that we saw, it actually hit it, and all you hear is the glass shattering. So something like that could happen. Like something starts going flying in the winds, because I know yesterday there was high winds here. So some of you may be experiencing high winds. And anytime you see high winds, the building of pressure, what I have learned that is when that happens, it's going to rain in the next couple of days or so. Okay. It's building up to rain. Okay. That's what I've noticed. Pay attention to nature, because nature will talk to you if you listen. Okay. And this is a day that nature will talk to you. Okay. So I see taunting. Okay. Taunting. People treating people badly with contempt, holding in contempt, disdain, mockery, ridicule, insults, deceitful, or worthless type of energy here. That the feeling where people are like trying to get over on you, deceit, but also people making you feel worthless, like you're not good enough. Okay. We also get energy of, like, I guess this Gnostic energy, gnosis, to know. Hermes energy is coming in. If you don't know anything about Hermes, what is it? This Magistus. He's actually someone to study, because he's actually someone that is, someone to study. I'm also seeing something carving. So carvings. So we're finding. This is going back to ancient times, and with Hermes coming up, I feel like we're talking Solomon, we're talking Kemet, Egypt, more talk about that. And so that's what I'm seeing here coming up in the news over the next well, not in the news, but a lot of the stuff that I mentioned, you will see in the news over the next 1 or 3 days, and especially when I said collapse, because there's going to be a lot of collapsing. Okay. A lot of collapsing. So a lot of, when I say something affecting the animals, a lot of, Still going on with like leather making. I still see ice, crystals, ice, and frost and fog. Okay, so that's coming back. It's still, maybe this is a going away of that, but it's still here. So, told you, repeat energy. So, next in line, inherit beneficiary descendant. So some of you are going to be inheriting money as many of your loved ones transitioned in the spirit world last cycle. So this cycle, those who are up for their beneficiary benefits are going to get it. Hermes has a lot to do with the the treasure of Solomon. Okay, and so that could be why Hermes is coming up in the energy as well. But we are all heirs. Okay, we are all heirs. This world was in. We inherited this world from our ancestors. And it's up to us to take care of it and each other. Because believe it or not, we are, and even inherited each other from our ancestors. Because a lot of us are our ancestors. Do you hear me? A lot of us are our ancestors. They are us and we are them. Some of the people that you read in the history books, you actually are some of them. Sounds crazy, but that is the truth that you have not heard of because you have been taught to believe reincarnation is not a real thing. But I'm here to tell you reincarnation is very much so real. Okay, so I'm also getting hired. A lot of you are going to be getting hired on at a job, or you got hired on and now you're just waiting for the paperwork to get started, or the background check to come back or something of it. Be patient. It's going to happen. Delay is not denial. That's important to know today, that delay is not denial. It's going to happen for you. Okay. So employment, wages, recruit, enroll, enlist, rent, lease, pay. These are the things that we're going to see come up in the news. I told you before about the educational system, right? About something affecting our youth with the education system. Well, the Department of Education basically had been shut down for a little while here. So I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something. But I see this even with employment, changes. A lot of changes have been kicking off over the last few, I'm going to say weeks. And yeah, so I'm still getting Jim. We're getting border energy here, segregation or segregation talk. Okay, so racist acts, that's still here. You know this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen, but really, Jim, it could be that it's Black History Month, so there's a lot of talk coming up about Jim Crow laws, that type of stuff. Energy, enthusiasm, stylish, elegance, grace. Okay, so face all of these situations with grace. Okay. I told you last time about edge border trim. So more border talk, more of that we'll see in the news over the next 1 to 3 days. Something causing a hesitation. So more backing out of plans because people are like, hey, if you do this, we gonna do that. I can guarantee it. If you do this, we gonna do that. So we're going to also get religious and reverend energy. We'll hear more about our spiritual and religious leaders coming up over the next 1 to 3 days as well. Anything I'm telling you in this daily energy video is for the next 1 to 3 days, okay? So it might take a while for the energy to build up, but nonetheless, it will. Okay, engine failures. So something going on with the engine, and this could be why machines malfunction. You remember when I asked you, do you believe in mermaids? I believe in mermaids. Matter of fact, some of you might just be a mermaid. Well, that energy is here still. So we'll hear more about mermaids. more mermaid sightings, or claimed mermaid sightings, but something about mermaids coming in. Okay. So, people competing with each other in order to achieve something. Uh, that's what we're going to see, competitions. I don't know what kind of competition this is, but we'll see competitions. There's a lot of competitions always going on, but this could be someone being in competition with you today. Okay. Right now, today is not the day to go back and forth with them. Today, I feel whoever's presence that is that just entered this room. Yeah, I don't know who that was, but somebody is standing over there beside me, right over there. I feel you. But in order to achieve something, but don't let that be you today. You don't have to um to get involved in that. Not today. Today's not the day to compete with them. Today is the day to get a hold of yourself. Okay, and then tomorrow you can compete with them and likely win. Okay, because you rested today while they just getting all that energy out, right? But you resting today, and then tomorrow they gonna be wore out, and that tomorrow that's when you compete, in a sense. Not really compete, but you show out, you show up, and you show out. Okay, but I got contest, fight, battle, wrestle. This could be wrestling over the next 1 to 3 days. News, boxing, some kind of contest or something. Space talk. Okay, so we'll see more about space talk, going to outer space, that type of thing coming in here over the next 1 to 3 days as well. Dream. So many of you probably had some dreams last night, especially if you're a Pisces. You probably had some dreams last night and you're like, what is that about? That's just about you needing to get some to work on your internal self emotionally. Some of these dreams, you have dreams, but your dreams are not really dreams. A lot of times your dreams are communication. It's a way spirit communicates with you. Spirit will communicate with you in a way that you have allowed them to communicate with you. For instance, I just said that there's someone standing over here beside me in the spirit world. Okay, I felt the presence come in, its energy, and I felt it walk into the room. And so, you could just feel it. And so they communicate with me in that way and audibly, because I have shown them ever since I was a child that I'm not going to run away scared from them. You see? But if you say you don't want to see it and you fear it, they're not going to show themselves to you in that way. But so it's just that dream state that you had last night or that you will have tonight. It's because spirit is trying to communicate with you. Okay. All right. A lot of anger, a lot of rage, hot tempers, wrath, all today. I told you, divine is showing his wrath. Okay. The divine father. And I can speak love and all this, but father does chastise. Okay. And that's what goes on in the world, even though they want to say, faith over fear. Yeah, faith over fear. But I want you to be realistic about this thing. Because the waters crashed down on the chariots when they were going after the children. You hear what I'm saying? The water came down on the chariots. And so, yeah. So Father does protect his own. So we got speed, race, quick, fly, shoot, charge, blast, chase. Okay, so you hear that? Shoot, charge, blast. So we're going to see convictions, policing, politics. So you're going to see a lot of cops. Going to hear a lot of news. We're going to see something about lawyers coming up in the news. Lawyers speaking. Be in the house at a decent hour over the next 1 to 3 days. Okay, be in the house at a decent hour, especially today and tomorrow. Okay, today and tomorrow, because I get shoot, charge, blast, chase. Okay, so explosions, car chases, chase. Oh, this could also be Chase Bank. We'll hear something coming in the news over the next 1 to 3 days about Chase Bank. And speed could just be speed dating. It don't always got to be so bad. But a lot of career talk here. So, I told you, friend, you're going to get hired on at this job. I'm claiming that for you. Radiation, something causing radiation. This could be lawyers coming out suing ION, for radiation poisoning or something like that. But I'm getting, doesn't have to be ion, so let me not spread that rumor. But the energy suggests that Ion might be next up for a lawsuit, and so is Chase Bank, because they're in here in this unpredictable energy here. And any of these, this could even be racetrack, because I got race. So if I said any of these words that it relates to a company that you own, anybody can get it right now. I'm getting titles. This could be names, name calling, but titles, transferring titles over. And this could have a lot to do with the beneficiary energy, the heirs here. This could be, since I got His and Her Majesty, this could be, Harry and Meghan, getting back their titles as royalty here. This could just be what this is. I don't know, but that's just what the energy says. Outer space, stimulation, that type of thing, vehicle registration, police, politics. Make sure you do what you need to do to make sure they can't say you did nothing that you did not do. Military intelligence is also coming in. That energy is here still. Military intelligence. Emergency room visits. So I'm telling you, this is like a blast from a past. Something coming in about Michigan. So we may hear something about Michigan. I've been hearing a lot about Michigan for a while now. Michigan is always coming up in the energy. Chemicals, chemical spills, chemicals. I'm getting chemicals. Could be a chemical explosion because I got chemical and blast. Okay, there is a need to be noticed, heard, and taken seriously. So people are going to be frustrated when they're not noticed, heard, and taken seriously. And so this is going to be people who are strong-willed and they need to express themselves. We also get absent-minded, chaotic energy here as people will feel aloof. It's important that you create, you vision, and have a vision and you be original for yourself. It's a day for invention, for you to invent the life that you want. It's going to be a day of entertaining and people being entertained, wanting to entertain. There's going to be a pressure to conform energetically worldwide. Try not to lose interest too quickly as people do get bored today. And it's the boredom that causes sometimes people to misbehave. Over the next 1 to 2 days, people are bored. And so in that boredom, they start acting out, just doing stuff. Sometimes they do it to get attention. And that's why I say be in the house at a decent hour today and tomorrow. Okay, so there's going to be some suspicious activity as well. People going to be acting a little suspicious. All right, so I told you about the lawyers, the law, also technology, something happening with technology. This is a day to where there's going to be some conceptions and births, a lot of them, a lot more than usual, conceptions and birth. It's a good day to be drama free. Now there's tower energy. So buildings could burn, buildings could collapse, or just in general, things just go bad. Okay, so a lot of like need for help here. Okay, but fire for sure. Okay, I told you relationships are going to be challenged. People are going to be trying to put fire under people's butt, but they're not going to be able to because they're not in that space. People who find themselves with their hands tied, they don't know what to do next. And what to do next is, like I said, it's a process to get to progress. Go through your process before you pursue the progress, right? So that just means focus on the step that you're on. Okay, focus on the step that you're on, and know that you might be having a difficult time today, but tomorrow is going to be better than today, and the next day even better than this. Okay, so that's something to focus on, is focus on where you're going, where your feet are headed, because a lot of times we're focused on those around us and we're not focusing on ourselves, but it's really better we'll get further in life if everyone knew who they were and what their purpose was in life. But because the feminine energy has been out of place in so long, and she's typically the one to tell you what your purpose is. Okay, she's typically the one to tell you you're born to do this. You ever see that movie? It's an old movie, and I don't remember what it was, but it was an old movie, and there was an elderly woman. She would go up to the babies, and she would basically bless the babies, and basically tell the babies what tell the parents what the child was going to be when they get older, or how to nurture and guide the child to perform in the child's best interest. Okay, and so there's wisdom in our elders. There's wisdom there. There's wisdom that could be tapped into from our ancestors, but don't use their energy without their permission. Okay, and when I say that is because a lot of people are tapping in to this Orishik energy without their permission, causing chaos and causing them to be blamed for something they never did. You see? So take care of yourself is today's energy. Take care of yourself. You come too far to turn back. So don't turn back. Although some people may be trying to throw mud on you and throw mud on your name, don't focus on that today. Focus on you. For those that are experiencing divorce or some kind of contract signing on a dotted line, you could be hired. You could be, it's contractual energy today. So you might be either hired or somebody's considering divorce today. But stay strong nonetheless. Stay strong nonetheless, and don't worry, because this too shall pass. Okay? That this too shall pass. It really will. It will pass. So take some time to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Stand up for your rights. Yes. Stand up for your rights, but do it in a way that is going to be the most effective. Because sometimes, when there's all this confrontation, I told you when I get mad, I stutter. And like I start talking stuff and I start stuttering, and it messes up the effectiveness of what I'm saying. You see? So I get now why they say it's good for you to perform with a cool head. And why Father always taught me that when steel loses its temper, it loses its strength. You see? It loses some of its strength. So you want to get to the point to where what they say, cooler heads prevail. Let cooler heads prevail. So let cooler heads prevail. You see? You get much further because you're calm. Have you seen somebody that's get angry and they get rageful and they just punch the air? But if you watch a lot of like kung fu videos, those that are masters, they don't do all of that. They're calm. They're calm, and because they're calm, it's like you don't expect the unexpected from them. You don't understand that they're calm because they're ready. See, some people don't understand that you're calm because you're ready. When you're ready, you got this sense of knowing. You got this sense of knowing. It's like when you're ready, it's like you don't have to do all the extra stuff because you've already done it. And because you already done it, you know what to expect from it. You see, that's why the process is so important. That's why the process is so important. So don't try to get to progress without going through your process. Let it naturally take place. Let it naturally happen for you. Okay? Step by step. And on some steps, it's a day for you to take care of yourself. And this is the day's step. And yesterday I told you it was the day for cleaning. You could clean today if you want to, because it's about self-care and you doing what yourself needs for yourself. So some of you is for rest. You might need to rest. It's okay. Some of you may need to try to figure something out with your mental or your heart. Some of you need to get grounded, so that means it will be beneficial for you to do a clearing and spend time in nature. But whatever you do, it is about you focusing on your needs, inventing what you need, you see, and focusing on that, because being original, focusing on who you are, what's your purpose to do. It's a process, but if you go through this, I promise you will get to some progress. It's like I said, yesterday was about cleaning, and I was like, okay, if you can't do it all, just focus on one corner at a time. Focus on one corner at a time. I got my living room clean yesterday. Do I still got some cleaning to do? Yes, I do. Because I'm in renovations. I'm renovating. But, even though it's not how I want it, at least it's clean. Even though there's still some cleaning to do, at least I can live in it, So it helps your mood, your environments, okay? So do what you need to do for you, my friend. I love you. Gublewan, hearts go out. You get a heart. You get a heart. You get a heart. Hearts go out. Hearts go out. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye.